And we will be gonna having a tribe special today because we won't be letting pass the Hearts Day without doing something special, right? Without further ado, I kindly call Ate Jean and Kuya Daniel for us to share their love story, their experience, just to celebrate. And this, before we conclude this month of Hearts Day and the series, to love and be loved. Thank you for having, being with us today, Ate Jean and Kuya Daniel. I hope you can share your story. Just a short one for us. Okay. Ang first question namin, our first question is, how did you first meet? Yan. Okay. So, ang arrangement natin is always the girl will answer first. Okay.
Yan.
Okay. Ladies first. Okay. How did you first meet?
I don't really remember how we met because I just remember that I think it was 2018. They call it Lulubog Lilitaw because I don't usually go to church. I just go when there's special occasions, I have problems, but I think I met him when we were. Oh, that's what I remember. But I met him when we were doing caroling.
Oh.
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sir Daniel, how do you find Ate Jean on the first time you saw her? Well, may feelings na ba kagad? Wala lang? Just a normal gathering, youth gathering?
The first time I saw her, feeling ko masungit siya. So, di ko siya pinansin. Yeah, nakita ko siya, maganda siya, ganun lang. First impression, maganda siya. Tapos, yun nga, lulubog lilitaw lang siya. So, I was like, oh, okay lang.
Ate Jean, are you active at that time sa church? Or later on you see yourself involving? How do you get the point na, I want to be active in church? Pakikwento nga sa amin.
I realized I want to be active in church when I saw the young people coming here as well. So one of them is Daniel, Carl, all of the senior youths. So we have lots of activities during that time. We have the training for youth music team. We have we call it Friday. What they call it? Every Friday, youth fellowship, and also the carolings like that. So I was very excited, always very excited to come to church because there's a lot of activities that are happening.
So, it's a process. Hindi siya biglaan.
No.
Not abrupt. So you just see yourself coming every fellowship and see yourself being active.
Yes.
Okay. Sir Daniel, when did you realize that the relationship becoming serious? Is this started from a friend or barkada lang? And eventually nag-develop? Or you just saw her attractive and you want to get to know her? Paano naging serious?
Kami kasi noon is like, we're just friends. Talagang friends lang kami. And then, hindi ko siya nakikita na magiging asawa ko.
Oh, at that time?
Oo, opo. Kasi, kami, parang aso't pusa.
Oh.
Hindi kami magkasundo.
You always fight.
We always fight. And then, yun, we're friends like, ilang taon?
1 year?
Hindi, more than.
No.
Yeah, 1 year. And I think my one time na We play games in Butters about the feelings and everything. Si Carlito. Yun. Doon nag-start. Pero we started as a friend. Yun po.
Okay. So it started in a friendship.
Friendship.
Remember guys, they saw each other first time here in the church, but the feelings wasn't there yet. But eventually it develops and it started with a friendship. Correct? Okay. So punta tayo dun sa courtship, dun sa ligawan stage. Okay? Okay. So, meron bang naging ligawan? How did he approach you, Ate Jean, to show her intentions to you? Chat lang ba yan? Kinausap ka niya personally? O how did you feel or see the intention of Kuya Daniel at that time? That there's, from friendship, going up to the next level.
It's just that because we were friends, right?
Okay.
So, because I have a complicated relationship back
Oh, before
then.
him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just suddenly realized that, I'm with that relationship, that I won't be going anywhere with that relationship. It's very complicated. So for fun, we played games, and I just asked him if he likes me.
Oh, really? You're the one who...
Yeah, I asked him if he
Oh.
likes me.
Okay. You're coming from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that started the
The serious
Yes.
level of the relationship. So you were involved in the ministry before Jean, right? Correct, Sir Daniel.
Yes
So
po.
what were you praying for in your future spouse before you met? How do you picture your future spouse? Do you see it to Jean or not at all?
No, hindi siya yung papakasalan ko dapat dati.
Ah.
Because I was praying na, my girlfriend kasi ako sa Philippines.
Oh.
Yeah. My girlfriend ako sa
She has girlfriend in the Philippines.
But she cheated on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Because pakialamero kasi si Jenry sa phone ko. She took my phone, she checked all the messages in Messenger, and then she found out that the girl, she she was talking to somebody else.
But
in their
hindi pa kayo
meeting.
na to? Not
No, we were just friends with January.
You're just friends, oh.
So, yun, nakita niya, and then, paano ba yun nangyari? Like, nakita niya, so, basically, brinake ko yung babae sa Pilipinas kasi when back in 2018, I was in the Philippines, and then dapat magpapakasal na kami doon, inoforan ko siya.
Oh, so
Yeah.
dapat siya yung
Oo.
for ano na to? For serious
For serious na
merit,
sana.
ano na to?
Cause, yun nga, kukunin ko na dapat siya, pero ayaw niya. So, I was like, okay, uwi muna ako ng Canada. So, gusto muna daw niyang magtapos. And then after a couple of months, like 2-3 months, magbabarkada kami kasi open lang yung phone ko, nandyan lang. Kung sinong kukuha sila, Jessa, Carl, open lang yung phone ko, bahala sila kung anong gawin nila doon. Then, ito, pakilamera, nabasa niya yung mga chat. Kasi naka-open yung account ni girl sa ano ko. Ako naman, hindi ako anong lalaki. Basta kung hindi ako nagbabasa ng messenger. Sila yung mga to, yung mga mahilig. So yun, na-found out namin na may lalaki siya, nakikipag-meet siya doon. Then, yun, that's it.
Okay. Well, that's sad. When you have you trusted another person, then he or she cheated on you. Okay, so sa'yo, Ate Jean, in your part, how did you discern that this relationship is the right relationship at that stage? Do you see Kuya Daniel as mukhang ito na yung serious business na to?
Of course. Because when I realized Because I'm not getting any younger anymore. I think I was 20, 22 that time, 22.
22 still young, huh?
Yeah, but for that relationship,
Yeah. To be
it's
serious,
yeah,
to be in a serious relationship.
it's I'm not that young anymore. So I took the what they call that initiative.
Oh.
So yeah, I think yeah, I think it was God's will. But at every step of the way you realize that sometimes it's you think it's not because we did a lot of wrong things
Okay.
as well.
Yeah. I think most of us can relate because there's no perfect relationship naman, di ba? All of us, nakagawa tayo ng at certain point, uh, hindi maganda, pero the best thing is that we see you here. And you're together, right? Okay. Kaya Daniel, uh, you've been, how many years have you been in the church when you met Jen? 3 years, 4 years? Or 2 years?
2 years.
But you're active at that time.
Starting to get active.
Starting to be active.
To
So,
be active.
my question is, what is the role of your mentors here in the church? Like, you have Kuya Dwight, diba, at that time, you have Kuya Sir Nino, that is, I know you see them as a mentor or spiritual parent. How did their influence in you in involving yourself in relationship? Paano sila naka-influensya sa'yo in terms of choosing the right person to be with and choosing the right partner at that time?
I think yung mga ano nila, yung mga pagpapayo nila sa akin, and then syempre always check yung magsi-self-check ka lagi sa mga ginagawa mo sa buhay. And then yung mga syempre ang una nilang tinuro sa akin, yung laging inaano ni Sir din sa akin, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness will be follow, yung mga ganon. And yan, nakatulong sila sa akin sa pagpili ng mapapangasawa girlfriend. Kasi yun, pray first. Ipagpa-pray mo po talaga na kung siya na ba yung right one po. Yan lang.
Okay, thank you. So, young people, just a point to ponder, in their courtship and level. If the person draws you away from God, then you better think twice. But if the person is inside the church and you are guys growing towards God, then you can probably say and establish that this is God's will. Because the moment the person draws you to become more intentional and strengthen your relationship to God, then that's the right person. So don't be confused about that, right? Thank you for that. Okay. So dito tayo sa married stage na. Okay. So do you have a Bible verse that is foundational in your marriage, Ate Jean?
I think it's 1 Corinthians 13.
Oh, the love chapter, the love
Yeah.
verse.
Love is patient, love is kind. It's wait lang. Because it says there, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails. Because in a relationship, it's not always gonna be perfect. So you have to be always patient with your partner. You always have to choose kindness, even if it's not um, it's not easy to be kind sometimes, and it keeps no record of wrongs. I think that's the most important thing for me. Love keep no records of wrongs. Even if the person did something to you, something wrong to you, you do not keep the, you forget, you forgive, and yeah, God is love. So it's your marriage is your ministry. It's your first
Wow.
ministry. So yeah.
Thank you, Ate Jean. Yeah. You know, love is a commitment. Yeah. It's really hard to maintain such a commitment and a heart, especially when you are in partner with someone. Yeah. Kaya Daniel, how do you keep intentionality, being Christ as the center of your relationship? So paano niyo napapanatili na, whenever we have struggles and challenges, we will keep Christ as the center of relationship. Especially you are the head of the family.
Yeah, kasi yun yung foundation nyo bilang mag-asawa. Si Jesus Christ is the only center sa inyong, namamagitan talaga sa inyong dalawa sa isang bahay. For us, pag kunwari may isang Sunday na nag-aaway kami, yung may time na ayaw naming pumunta sa church, yun, pinapaalala ko sa, hindi para sa atin yung pagpunta sa church. Sabi ko sa kanya, para kay Lord, wag nating isipin yung sarili natin. Like, yung every Saturday or Sunday na pagpunta natin sa church is, yun na nga lang yung araw na bibigyan natin kay Lord. Hindi naman na tayo minsan yung Monday to Friday natin, trabaho, alaga ng bata. And yeah, para sa amin, importante yung Saturday and Sunday for us na makapunta dito. If we can, pipilitin namin yung sarili namin para kay Lord, hindi para sa amin. Yun lang.
Oh, wow. So again, another point here, guys, that there's struggles, conflicts in relationship. It's part of the relationship, but again, we maintain our focus to Jesus Christ. Okay? So it doesn't matter. It matters our emotions, but at the same time, what matters most is God. We're doing this for the Lord. Okay? So thank you, kay Daniel. I'm sorry, Ate Jean, kung naging emotional, but she's a genuine as answering kasi the question. Okay. So who say sorry first?
Ako.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Why do you think that is important?
It's important. Hindi naman sana nakakapagpababa ng isang pagiging lalaki.
Yeah.
Pero for me, sorry means a lot. Kasi ayaw mong, pag nag-sorry ka sa asawa mo, ayaw mo nang palakihin yung issue ba? Yung ayaw mo nang to the point na mag-away kayo the whole day. So for me, pag nag-away na kami, yun, ako na nagso-sorry. Para tapos na. That's it. Move on.
Thank you. Para the pride is mawala na. Di ba? We take away the pride. We say sorry first. Okay. Thank you, Kuya Daniel. For Ate Jean. Ate Jean, punta tayo dito kasi there's a lot of challenges as a young married couple. Right? Marami talagang challenges, maraming struggles. Then, what was the biggest adjustment after getting married? Ano yung in-adjust mo yung sarili mo? You adjusted yourself because you're not a single anymore, but you're now a married person and committed to Kuya Daniel.
Maybe because we live with his parents. So sometimes you, when you you're married. Sometimes you don't really move out of the house,
Yeah.
and that's sometimes, but that's that's my very I think that's my adjustment as well. Living inside one house with his parents, because sometimes when you don't you don't need, wala ka, what they call this, di mo may iwasan na you encounter some misunderstanding with your in-laws. And I think one more adjustment that I struggled on is when we had our baby as well.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, because I don't I don't I rarely think about myself anymore, because I focus on my kids. And that's the one thing I yun din isa sa pinag-aawayan namin, because for your information, I didn't finish school here. I didn't finish college. So we fight about, what will I be if I finish college, if I work. But I didn't I ito talaga. I
You chose to be a mom
yeah.
and a parent, which is a hard thing to do, guys. Because you don't think about yourself anymore, you think about your family. How to take care of your husband and how to take care of your kids. So, yeah,
And that's hard, guys.
yeah, that's hard. To set aside you, your feelings, and diba,
It's
yourself.
emotionally and physically hard. When you're working, you're physically tired. But if you're a mom and you're a wife at the same time, it's harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a wife and being a mom has no time off. There's no time off. It's 24/7. You've got to be there for your husband and for your family and for your kids. Okay? So it's a big responsibility. And when I understand, we understand that, Ate Jean. Thank you for sharing. Good, Daniel. What surprised you most about marriage? Dati kasi you're single. You can do anything. What surprised you most when you get to marry Ate Jean?
Siguro yung responsibility ng
Oh.
nung nagkaanak na kami. Kasi you need to earn to feed your family, hindi ka pwedeng maging batugan. Kasi before, nung wala pa kaming anak, like, and then yung single ako, I can do whatever things I wanna do. Yun yung pinaka ano ko nung youth ako, nung mga ganyan pa lang. Punta ako sa mall, tambay dyan. I can go home 11 o'clock ng gabi. Ngayon, hindi mo na siya pwedeng gawin kasi may naghihintay na sa bahay nyo. Like, your family is your priority now. Hindi na yung mga tropa mo or something. So, yun yung biggest adjustment namin.
I wanna answer that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, one surprise. I think it's because when you're married, you're not in love all the time. When you're in a relationship, in your courtship stage, you always feel the butterflies in your stomach. But when you're married, you're not like that all the time. You just get used to it, right? When you're married, you don't even sleep together sometimes. And that's okay. I think.
Yeah. What is the biggest and hardest challenge so far in your marriage life?
Parang wala yung tanong na yun.
What is the biggest challenge that you experienced so far? in your married life?
Maybe financially.
Oh, financial.
Financially.
I mean, I think all of us.
All of us.
Kuya Daniel.
Yung siguro yung paglipat namin na mag-solo.
Oh,
Kasi that's take guts na ano na kailangan mo talagang panindigan na umalis ka sa poder ng parents mo.
okay.
Yun yung pinakamahirap kasi I need to ano yung financial thing. You need to sustain it monthly, rentals,
Ah.
pay your bills, cars, and everything. That's my I think that's our biggest challenge na nung lumipat kami from my mom's house to Mississauga. And yeah, so youth need to work hard, finish your studies. So, yeah, not to hindi naman sa tinatakot kayo because I want you to advise lang na yeah, habang bata pa kayo, marunong na kayo magtrabaho para pag nag-asawa kayo, hindi na kayo mahihirapan mag-adjust. Yeah, yun lang.
Okay. So especially like for us, whether you like it or not, you need to provide for your family. Di ba? Whatever your emotions are, whatever the circumstances are, as a head of the family, you need to provide for your family. Okay. Merong mga questions dito, yung mga youth natin with Ate Joanne. So, you have the copy, right? Okay. So, si Chloe may tanong. Chloe has a question. Chloe will ask you the question number 12. Okay? Chloe? Meron ba siyang mic? Okay. Hindi abot. Okay. So, okay. Chloe. Can you read question number 12, Chloe, please?
How do you love each other when emotions are low or stress is high?
Oh. Can you repeat that question, please?
How do you love each other when emotions are low or stress is high?
We give each other time.
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
Nice answer.
yeah, we give each other time to relax, to be away from each other for a while, and then after that, the tension is low. we say sorry.
So you just, give each other time, just be silent. Then we talk about it when the emotions is not high anymore and you can talk about it calmly. Correct. Ganun ka rin ba? Kuya Daniel, okay. Okay, so Axel has a question. Question number 13. What's your question, buddy?
What should young people focus on before entering a relationship?
Yeah.
Maybe focus on yourself first, on establishing yourself. You have to love yourself. You know that you have to love yourself self first before loving others. And yeah, you have to study first. That's what I realized. You have to be successful in your own way. You have to build yourself. You don't rely on others. So, yeah.
Thank you. How about you? You have answer to that, Kuya Daniel?
Yun nga, sabi ni ate nyo, Jen, na yun, sarili muna bago humanap ng kalandian or something. Yeah, and then focus on God. That's the number one sa buhay natin. Because if you focus on God, yung girlfriend na yan, kusang ibibigay ni God yan. In His perfect timing. Trust me, guys.
Ano raw mapapayo nyo sa matagal nang naghihintay pero ang tagal dumating? What can you say about the person that is always praying to God for the right person, but it's kind of long wait?
Sometimes you have to, you have to move. You have to move, even though you're the
Do
girl.
the first move?
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though you're the girl or you're the woman, you have to make the first move. Sometimes you don't have to wait for the guy to approach you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, guys, this is also timely in our team, to love or be loved, because as Kuya Daniel said and Ate Jean, focus on yourself, on the love of God before you can able to share that love to others. Okay. So, meron ring tanong si Cyril. Number 14. Cyril, what's your question, please?
How do you know you're ready for marriage?
There's a lot of aspects you need consider about being ready for marriage. First, you have to be stable on you know when you're stable with your career already. You're financially ready for your obligations when you get married, and you're ready to talk about bearing child like that. That's some of the aspects you need to consider, and your religious beliefs as well. Maybe your religious beliefs should match also. That's very important. So, yeah, because you will mag-aano lang kayo, mag-aaway lang kayo if
Yeah,
you have different perspective, values. So, that's one thing you need to consider.
it's hard to settle differences
Yes.
if your belief is not similar or
Yeah.
not aligned. But to add to Ate Jean's answer, the best way to prepare for when you thinking about marriage is just she's correct. You establish yourself. Of course, there's a lot of aspect, but most importantly, you establish yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and financially. Okay? Thank you, Ate Jean. And I think this is the last question. There's a question from Kuya Jehu. Kuya Jehu, you have a question? Okay. What's the last question, Kuya Jehu?
How do you intentionally keep Christ at the center of your marriage?
What?
How
The
do you
15 one. The number
Huh?
15.
Number 15?
Yeah, 15. Okay.
What is one strong piece of advice you would give to yourself, to your single self?
For me,
Yeah. If you look back on your single self, what
Maybe-
piece of advice
maybe
say to him or her?
I should
Thank you.
I should build my own foundation.
Oh, building your own foundation.
Invest personally, financially, and emotionally.
Oh.
These are the things that it is often harder to do when you're in a time-consuming and what they call it, time-consuming relationship. Especially when you have kids and you have a husband to look after now. So yeah, I think that's my strong advice to myself while when I'm young and single. I have to really build my own foundation.
How about you, Kuya Daniel? If you will look at yourself way back as a youth, what is the one piece of advice you can
For
say to
me,
your
invest.
invest?
Yeah.
Invest in where?
In money, yun nga sabi, emotion niya. Then, prepare myself to become a family man. Yun yung pinaka-importante. But, for me, wala akong regret sa marriage ko and my 2 kids because it's giving me everyday ng joy, yung mapush ka everyday na mag-work for them and to take care of your family. Like, you can complain in life when you have a kids already. That's the main thing. You cannot complain na hindi mo sila pwedeng pabayaan no matter what. Mahirap man yung sitwasyon nyo. But for me, as long I have God with me, hindi ako mapapagod. Yan lang.
Thank you. And for the bonus question, if you have one song for each other, what is your song? Ate Jean, what is your song? Any song, maybe if secular song or
We don't really have
you don't have it.
a...
If you have one song for him right now, what song that would be?
God gave me you.
Oh, God gave me. Alden. Okay. Thank you. And Kuya Daniel, do you have one song for Ate Jean?
Wala akong maisip eh. Ano na lang?
One last cry?
One last cry. Yung ano? Wala.
No song? Just one
Kay
song.
Brandon Lake.
I surrender all?
Basta yun.
Okay. I trust in God. Parang may struggle doon, sir. Okay. So, thank you. Can we give a clap of ring for the life of Kuya Daniel and Ate Jean? We thank you for your life. We thank you for inspiring us, being senior youth, modeling to our young people. And we pray and hope and we support you all the way to your marriage. And we pray that may God strengthen your marriage, you being, as partner in Christ, as partner in ministry, and becoming a parent to your kids. Thank you, and